Hi folks, Max from GalaxyNote3root.com. Today I'm going to show you how to save battery life on your Galaxy Note 3. Just some of the basics. You don't have to use Greenify or any of that. I mean, if you know the basics of what uses the battery on your phone, you can pretty much do what Greenify does manually. So let me go ahead and show you. First thing, probably the most important, is display. Probably set it on auto if you want to get the best battery life, or set it on low brightness. Your display is one of the highest power usage on your phone. So put it on low or put it on auto. That's my recommendation. And also your GPS and Bluetooth, unless you're using them all the time, turn them off. They're just wasting your battery. So definitely turn them off. And also there is a power saving mode. Turn power saving mode on. This will basically turn down your CPU frequency. Basically underclock it, undervolt it. So turn that on. It might make your phone a little bit slower. If you need to play games, of course, leave it on. I'm just saying, if you need to save the battery life, and you don't have an extra battery with you, and you have important calls coming, if you need to check the email, definitely turn power saving on. That's not going to affect any of your light usage apps. So those things covered. Now, what's the next thing that you can save a lot of battery life? Is basically your syncs. So I do highly recommend, if you have a Note 3, if you go to, let me see here, if you go to Device and Notification Panel, there should be a button for sync. So move this somewhere where you can actually use it. So I've got it there. Right now my sync is turned on. If you tap that, that will turn off all of your syncs, your Gmail, your Facebook, Twitter. Depending on how many tweets you get, how many emails you get, how many Facebook updates you get, your Note 3 will drain the battery every time it syncs. So it's one of the biggest drainers of battery. So definitely turn that off if you're going out, and check it manually, And also, if you want to keep it on, maybe you need to receive Gmail. Then what you can do is, let's say I just want to receive Gmail. Then I'm going to go into my Gmail settings and sync Gmail. And also another thing I noticed, I get like a ton of emails, so I don't actually sync my email that much. So I set it to like 2 days at most, usually 1 day. Also, I uncheck download attachments because that can be draining battery. Along with your 4G LTE, that could be a huge battery drainer. And then what you can do is go to each of your apps and work on the sync here. So notifications, turn off all your notifications for everything else. I mean, if you just only leave the syncs you absolutely need on. That's one of the #1 mistakes I see beginners make. So turn off all your syncs, or at least turn only the syncs you absolutely need, if you need battery life. And then, or you can just turn off everything like that. So that's good. So I'm going to go ahead and turn that off. All right, the last thing you can do to save a lot of battery life is, of course, switch from 4G LTE to HSPA Plus if you have a GSM phone like AT&T or T-Mobile, or switch it back to 3G if you have a Sprint or Verizon phone. So how do you do this? Some of the phones, I believe AT&T, if you go to mobile networks, well, actually, you know what? I have AT&T. There should be a selection to switch between 4G LTE and either GSM or WCDMA. If you don't see that, there's a quick shortcut you can dial. So go to your dialer and type star pound 4636 pound star. And this will get into the device information where you can actually manually change from LTE to GSM. So for AT&T and T-Mobile and international GSM, you'll probably have LTE GSM. Switch this back to just GSM only. Yes, just switch it back to GSM Auto PRL. And that will get you on HSPA Plus. There you go, HSPA Plus right there. 4G or just the regular 4G. And this will tell us, save you a ton of battery life. And the speed is still pretty good on this. Let me go ahead and download speed test real quick. There we go. I'm on my HSPA Plus. I found HSPA Plus, if you get pretty good signal, I mean, it's just, it's not as fast as 4G LTE, but it's still pretty darn fast. You're going to get, anywhere between 2 to 10 megabits per second download. And that's fast for most apps, so I'm not going to go over this. So definitely, that's how you can change it. Also, if you have a Sprint or Verizon, you can change it. Let me go back to that menu again. Star pound 4636 pound star. You can switch it to CDMA Auto if you have Sprint or Verizon. That will get you on 3G only, but that will definitely save you over battery life. Last night, I only had like 20% of battery life. I did all of this, turned off my sync, power saving, and also switched to 4G. And on just 20% of battery life, I was able to go additional like 6-7 hours, and I still had additional 10%. So just these basics, if you use these basics, you don't need to download Greenify. I mean, basically what Greenify does is turn off your syncs or have the program so it can't run. So if you know the basics, you don't need to use any programs. Just follow this simple guide, and if you actually do all of this and use it, you can get over 2 days on the Galaxy Note 3. So anyway, I hope this advice helps you. I usually leave everything on because I don't, I'm not traveling, but the only times I travel, that's when I apply these. So just use these when you need them. Otherwise, I do recommend just carrying an extra battery. I was carrying an extra battery anyways. Then you can just, go full on, play games. That's the beauty of Galaxy Note 3. Anyway, I hope this helped you save some battery life on your Galaxy Note 3. Try it out and do let me know. You will get way better battery life. Turn off all your syncs. Turn your display down or put it on auto. Also put 4G LTE to HSVA Plus or 3G. And also turn off all your syncs. Leave the only ones that you need. And I will see you guys soon. Stay hoi on Android. Yeah.